Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Echo. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it for free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that made this game and or get the newest version of their other games that they're, making, then you can go to their Patreon, where it's $3 a month. I'm pretty sure. Right? Anyways, on the last Let's Play, we were going through quite a long nightmare, which was also probably a true nightmare, involving, I can't remember his name, but basically the person that the main character murdered in the past's father, and then also the coyote that works the diner, Janice, I believe her name is, and well, I don't think it was murder, but like it was an accident stuff, and yeah. And then we woke up with Jenna next to us, took a shower, and we're all going to go to the what is it? Diner? I need to go to a diner. I was thinking of going to a diner in my like local town that I used to live, but then I kept on hearing it was shite. So I set my face. Hopefully you don't hear the shaking in the background. I mean, I'm talking louder, so maybe not. Anyways, when I step out of my about 20 when I step out about 20 minutes later, I notice that my phone is flashing with that new notification light. I know I had a phone that I thought this one did it, but it doesn't seem to do that. I don't know. I click it on and notice one new message. It's Micah. Your boyfriend is fucking shit up, hitting Clint. Get down here to Jasmine Street now. Oh, shit. God damn it, Leo. I sent out a big group text last night, updating the group on what had happened with Micah. Everyone got back to me, except Leo, who never responded. It showed that he'd read the message though, so I didn't question it at the time. Wait, is that how that works? Like, Telegram just shows whether or not it's been read, but not by whom, you know? I quickly grab my keys and head out. I make sure to park at least a quarter mile down the street, past the intersection in a Jasmine. From there, I make my way on foot, huffing my way down the gravel road with my tiny little legs and big tail. Do otters have tiny legs? I don't know, I haven't measured an otter. I know they aren't big in general, overall. As I fast walk, I notice there's no puddles anywhere, or there's little puddles everywhere. It's weird how I read some things into the exact opposite. But there was no rain last night. At least, if there was, I was sleeping too deeply to notice. I can still practically smell the smoke of the bonfire from yesterday as it drew closer. I imagine they probably let it burn down to ashes last night. That group not seeming like the real fire safety type. Fuck you! A voice cracks through the silence past the burnout's trailer down the valley. It's shrill and raspy, and a violent crash that sounds like garbage cans getting knocked over soon follows. It's unmistakably Clint. There's another voice that follows, this one lower. It's quiet and threatening, but I can't quite make out what he's saying. Something about making Clint's life hell. There's an accent to the way the R's are being rolled, and I quickly realize that it's Leo's, because they go Carl or something like that. I can kind of do that, but I'm more of an ach kind of person. I do German well, I guess. I don't know, I haven't had a German rate my German, at least the way pronunciations. His English always gets worse when he's emotional. I creep up, past beside the shed full of what looks like copper tubing, wondering if it's too late to turn back. Peering around the corner, I can see Clint knocked on his ass, and a can of half-eaten beans spilled all over his crotch. He's almost completely covered in trash. Jeremy's also next to him, holding his arm and looking like he's about to start bawling. No sign of Micah or Heather, though. Where is he, huh? You gonna tell me? Chula! Eat shit, faggot. I don't know where your fucking friend is. That's bullshit. Leo snaps back, Clint flinching some as he slides himself further behind the trash he knocked over earlier. A hypodermic needle is dangling from his thigh, probably poking him through his jeans. He doesn't seem to notice, eyes flickering around wildly, as if searching for something. You won't be so loud soon. Leo growls, tail raised and bristling. It's strange to see him flash his teeth like this. Leo's getting truly angry, as always, a rarity growing up? Oh, was always a rarity growing up. The wolf usually being the one to pacify everyone else. Whatever his reasons, he's not having any of Clint's shit today. He snatches the ringtail by the scruff of his neck, Clint thrashing for a second before Leo tightens his grip. Jeremy looks up at the two of them, his eyes like saucers. I know you all tried to rob Carl's place, but it didn't work, huh? Carl got spooked and ran off, and you said you were gonna handle him. Well, how'd you handle him? Something like how I'm about to handle you if you don't tell me? God damn it, Leo. There goes Micah's cover. So much for trying to do this the subtle way. I feel like I should step out from my hiding spot and say something to intervene, to do anything to stop this before it escalates. Well, hopefully, the main character messaged everyone else that this is happening, you know? So it's not just a crackhead, a druggie, a guy who can't handle his emotions at all, and myself. But I can't just stand here, saying and doing nothing. Clint writhes just enough to clutch Leo's wrist, his long, unkept fingernails digging into the white fur. I didn't see him, I swear. I ain't seen him at all, not since last week. And we ain't done none of that ramen shit from his place. House is fucking cursed. His bulging eyes shifts to Jeremy, as if waiting for confirmation from the chubby fennec. He's met with only silence. Leo's nostrils flare, shaking his head. You know what happened. Fuck. I know you know. God damn it, don't lie to me. You don't know shit. Sounds like someone's been lying to you, and I think I know who. This is very clearly not what Leo wants to hear. Jowl was pulling back, exposing more of his teeth in a silent snarl. I need to find him. I need to fix this, and you two slacks of shit are gonna help me. I just need to do one thing before I forget. Oh yeah, that would've been not great. I had an alarm set and was like, oh, I forgot about that. The wolf throws Clint back on top of Jeremy, the two colliding with an audible thud. Jeremy yelps, clutching his arm again. Leo must have really heard it earlier. Psst! There's a sharp whisper from the broken-down RV to my left. Through the dusty, broken windows, I can see the familiar outline of a particular ridiculously large ears. Micah. I crouch down, clutching my tail in my paws, so it doesn't flop around behind me. Quietly, I will make my way to the door and step inside, careful not to step on any broken glass on my way in. The smell inside is awful. Despite the arid climate, it's surprisingly damp and moldy in here. Micah is hunkered down behind an overturned cabinet, glancing briefly at me before returning his gaze to the scene unfolding outside. I'm fucked, he mutters. And so is your friend. All thanks to him, of all people. Micah points to the wolf outside, whose focus of attention has shifted to Jeremy now. I didn't know he would react like this. I whisper back. Yeah, I thought you were just gonna call the cops on me. Didn't expect this from the goody two-shoes Echo Gang. Micah frowns deeply, and I notice a heavy pipe wrench clutched in his small paws. Whoa, are you gonna try hitting him with that? Micah swallows. He was asking about me by name earlier. Jeremy said he hadn't seen me. Then Leo punched him in the arm so hard, he hit the dirt. This is just in case. You better not have fucking hurt him, you fat fuck. Another cry of pain. I think Leo hit him again, but it's hard to tell through my knee spot in the window. The bat's gaze shifts back over to me. What the fuck are you still doing here? Go out in there and stop him, you dumb shit. Micah whispers harshly, his raspy voice intense. Oh, right, but what? I sigh, rubbing my palm over my face. We need to find Carl, but this isn't any way to go about doing it. I don't know. Maybe you should stop the guy from assaulting people. Just saying. Nothing. I'll do it. Good. You're a shizo, but I never really took you as the sort to be down for torture and shit. Part of me is kinda happy to see Clint get his ass kicked, though. Oh yeah, fuck it deserves a dick in the jaw every now and then, but I've counted 3. A flicker of a nervous smile crosses the bat's face. Yeah, not cool. Thanks. He says that last bit so quietly, I almost miss it. The bat's already back to smushing his nose against the dusty window, trying to get a good look at what's happening. His brow furrows. Wait, where'd he go? His ears perk, and his yellow white eyes widen. Oh, piss! It takes me a second, but I hear it too. Footsteps. And they're getting closer. Micah scrambles to the back of the RV, opening the half-busted bathroom door and jamming himself inside. Don't let him see me. What? Oh, shit. It's just Leo. Calm down. I take a deep breath and make my way to the door of the RV, pushing it open. It proceeds to promptly fall right off the rusted hinges, landing in the dirt below. Leo stands about 5 feet away, his look of anger shifting to surprise. Chase? Fuck, what are you doing here? I'm not sure what to say. Behind Leo, I can see Clint and Jeremy slumped against the inside of the mobile home. The inside? Right click. Against the side. I can read, I swear. I decide to turn the question back to him, swallowing back a lump that had crawled its way up my throat. Me? Leo, what the hell are you doing here? We had a plan. Yeah, well, so do I. I'm gonna fix this, and you don't have to worry about a thing, okay? Leo, we're in this together. We're not kids anymore. Look, I know you've been away a while, yeah? But these guys, he points back to Jeremy and Clint. They just hurt people, always have. That's all they do, just a bunch of gay-bashing speed freaks. And now, they've crossed the line. Leo steps up, placing his large paws on my shoulders. I flinch. He notices, then a hurt expression crosses his muzzle as he draws back. I'm gonna fix this, Chase. Trust me. Please. Leo, oh no. This is kind of fucked. You're just gonna get yourself in more trouble, and I don't want that. Look, it's just like we talked about last night. Everything's gonna be okay. Wait, what? Leo, you and I didn't talk last night. I haven't seen or spoken to you since Wednesday. Leo just stares at me, visibly confused. He looks down to his feet, then back up again. No? So this is the thing that you might have seen more on Leo's route, or I did, where Leo is kind of, what is it, hallucinating a chase. Kind of like when in that other route, he says that I was in another room with him when I clearly wasn't. And also, there's also the ghost otter that the other people see, like Duke. It's kind of funny when to do that. Anyways, I was watching Carl's place, and you came over. I told you about this, about the need for an action here, and you agreed with me. I blink up at him. After the conversation with Micah, I went straight to bed. I definitely didn't go back all the way to Carl's. It was probably a dream or something. Don't think so. He sucks his tongue for a second before speaking again. Have you seen Micah? Gotta ask him a few questions. No? I lie. I'll track him down. Canine powers, and what have you. Canine powers, activate! Snoop super sniffing. He gestures with his loose swirl of his paw, before letting it fall limply back to his side. Hopefully, Micah took a shower recently. Might do that thing where I ask him a few questions, one at a time, and make sure their answers match up. I read about something like that in a spy novel once. And if they don't? Leo looks at me as if he wasn't expecting me to ask that question. Well, let's hope they do. Yeah? For their own good. He nods sagely, seeming trying to ignore the fact that I'm staring at him like he's missing a few bolts. When I don't say anything, he just sighs, turning to face back in the direction of Clint and Jeremy. Sorry. It's one of those reading yawns. Alright, you should head back to the motel and text the rest of the gang. I'll keep you updated. And if you see As Leo rounds the side of one of the nearby sheds, something large, brown and hairy, jets forth and strikes him in the waist. Oh, it's the bear. He recoils, staggering to his knee with a gasp. Just as he looks to see what hit him, a second blow strikes him square in the muzzle. I see his whole head rattle, his face contort in pain as he falls flat on his ass, trying to scoot away from the source of the assault. Oh fuck. Leo! I run up to help him just as the huge bear emerges from around the shed. Leo's a big guy, but this man is nearly a foot taller than even him. Scab's coat is matted fur, and a rank smell of stale beer and musk wafts from him like cheap perfume. There is something horrible about him, and not just the acrid odor or lesion-dotted visage. His eyes are empty. Empty, not in a physical way, but there's something about his appearance that I can't quite put into words. A combination of factors that makes him look like he just walked straight out of a nightmare. Brian, you're here. Shut up, man. Brian. God, this is fucking Brian? No wonder Micah wanted to try this subtle approach. What the hell? Brian chuckles down at Leo, and the first thing I'm struck by is how high-pitched his voice is. It's like this strange combination of Valley Girl lisp mixed with a hit of helium. Huh. Is that what he sounds like? That's really high. What you doing, boy? I don't know how you do that. Whatcha? He kicks Leo's leg, the wolf grunting in pain. Doing? He smiles, pleased with himself and his little ambush. You know, this is my turf, right? You hurt my boys wasn't a kind thing. Where's Carl? Leo shouts, covered in dirt, as he scoots back along the ground. Brian continues to approach him with that same smile, several of his teeth missing or half rotted to corn kernel like husks. He seems to ignore Leo's question, grabbing at the wolf's pant leg, while Leo kicks fruitlessly at him. I gotta do something. Brian hasn't seen me yet. For some reason, the first thing that flashes through my mind is, what would Jenna do? That's just why we should have done the group text. I don't know. I mean, main character probably wouldn't be able to do diddly to him, because, like, remember, in Leo's route, I think Leo or main character shot him in the face, and it just, wounded him. It hurt him, but not hurt him. Next thing I know, I'm walking towards both of them. I see Jeremy in the distance, his eyes going wide. He mouths one word, don't. Hey, you. Stop it, right now. The bear stops what he's doing, looking at me with an indiscernible expression. God, he's huge. It is kind of weird because, like, I've seen, apparently this guy survives this game. I mean, he dies in Leo's route, but he survives this game. He looks fatter, but he doesn't look nearly as fucked up in, what is it? Arches, the sequel. Your behavior is getting really inappropriate. Okay. Well, fuck me. It's you. Duke was right. You have been skulking around these past weeks, haven't you? Leo growls, taking advantage of the distracted Brian by kicking squarely in the nads as hard as he can. At least, that's where it looks like he was aiming for. Instead, it hits his thigh, and the bear stumbles back with a pained squeal. It's enough to give Leo some time to get back on his feet. I grab my keys from my pocket. My car is still parked a hell of a long ways away. I have no idea where Leo's parked his van, or if he even drove in the first place. Come on, Leo, let's go. No. He balls his paws into fists. He knows where Carl is. This is our only goddamn chance, Chase. Get out of here. Get safe. I blanch as he begins rushing the bear, dropping his shoulder for a football tackle. There's no way in hell Leo can take on this guy. Leo, goddammit. The impact is hard. Two heavy bodies colliding with an audible smack. The two topple down upon a wooden pallet covered in loose metal pipes. Brian squeals again, thrashing like a spider that's been spritzed with bug spray. The bear scratches at Leo, but Leo hits him hard in the face. Again and again, pummeling the previously grinning mug into a twisted visage of agony. Brian's squeals turn into outright screams, like he's gone completely feral. Jesus, Leo. I said go. Brian jerks forward, sinking his yellow teeth into Leo's shoulder. The wolf's eyes go wide from the shock and pain. It's stunning him still as he's held within the bear's jaws. He tries grabbing at the gnarly muzzle, but the bear only clamps down harder. I can see his nostrils dilating as his acrid breath puffs out in quick, enraged bursts. No! I've never won a fight in my goddamn life. But again, I do have something. I run up and aim to kick the Brian square in the head. Anything to get him off Leo. I would aim for the balls, just saying. Bears have thick skulls. It's a glancing blow, but it's enough. I see his jaw unclench, just as my foot catches, and I trip over both them, splaying chest first into the dirt. Oof. Leo's gonna owe me so many beers after this. I cough out sputters of dust and trot dry grass rolling over onto my back. I see a flash of fur and there's another couple of thuds. Then those eyes again, the empty ones. Brian's leering over me now, his face puckered up like he's just sucked on something sour. Leo's rolled over on his side, retching as he clutches his gut. He must have gotten socked in the stomach, and hard. The bear says nothing as he places two large paws around my neck. His expression doesn't so much as change as it cracks into an incredibly wide smile. Then, a knee on my chest. I can't move. I can't breathe. My heart begins to race, feeling my own pulse begin to throb. I can feel his thumbs dig down where my jugular is. I grasp for breath, blood vessels beginning to pop. My eyes feel like they're about to squeeze out of my head. He knows what he's doing. So do you. Get away from him. Thud. Leo slams his whole body weight into the bear again. It takes all his force to budge him, but once he's down, he's stunned for a while. I gasp for breath, clutching my neck, and scurrying back behind Leo. Brian's on his paws and knees now, panting with sick, wheezy breaths. Leo scrambles up to his feet and kicks the bear in the ribs. He barely budges, but Leo keeps at it, strike after strike. He's swearing under his breath, a string of words in his native tongue flowing forth from behind his gritted teeth. I'm still having trouble catching my breath, my whole body throbbing, and lights popping in front of my eyes. Brian yanks on the cuff of Leo's jeans and pulls the wolf down with him. He crawls on top, taking Leo's head in one meaty paw and banging it back against the ground. I can see him squeezing down, the wolf desperately flailing to get him off. He reaches for one of the pipes on the nearby pallet, but Brian catches him before he can get a hold of it. The bear pins both of his wrists down above him, grinning with a sort of hazy rage. I run up, trying to push him off. It's like trying to move a boulder. Get the pipe or kick him in the balls, you idiot. A single elbow strikes me and I go flying back. It feels like it just got hit by a goddamn car. I hear Leo scream in pain, followed by a short, gurgling noise. I've never heard Leo sound like this in my life. It's horrible. Get off! Another cry. I gotta do something. Maybe I will. As I push myself to my elbows, my head starts to spin, the throbbing in my skull intensifying. I can finally see what's happening. Brian's still got Leo pinned on the ground. He has his knee up on his chest and is pressing down with all his weight. The wolf heaves, trying to free his hands to no avail. The more primal look crosses his eyes, his toes curling down into the dirt, and his paws balling into fists. Brian leans down for just a moment to grin at him when Leo snaps. His white fangs sink down on the brown muzzle of the bear. He's biting hard, and I can practically see the cartilage tearing. It catches him off guard, enough to let Leo get his paws free again, which he promptly uses to pummel the bear's noggin. Each punch is short, knuckle-heavy blow, not letting Brian get the opportunity to recover. The upper hand lasts only a couple of seconds. However, as the bear swings his fist blindly and connects right at Leo's temple, another strike catches the edge of his shirt, and Brian tears away like paper. His eyes shut, and he crumples back in a manner that I'm sure means he's unconscious. But he keeps moving, pushing himself out from under Brian, and trying to crawl away. Come back here, boy. The shout is loud, and Leo begins to crawl faster. Just as he pushes himself to his feet, Brian tackles him back onto all fours again, hitting him on the back of the head. Once he stopped moving, Brian pushed his face into the dirt. He rests his chest against Leo's back, breathing heavily down his neck. Fuck off. Leo's eyes begin to dart around rapidly as he realizes what's happening. The emasculating position is very much intentional. 2 paws come down and grasp around the back of Leo's neck, huge fingers pressing down on his airways. Stop! And call out, my voice hoarse. I push myself back up for what feels like the 100th time. If I can get to the pipes on the pallet, maybe I can stop this. I take 1 step and nearly collapse. What the hell happened to me? I close my eyes for a moment, trying to catch my breath. And that's when I hear the sound of pattering little feet scampering across the topsoil. Take this, bitch! Bam. The heavy metal of the wrench strikes Brian in the muzzle right as he turns around. A spray of blood spatters both Brian and the bat, and the bear's hobbling back before roaring in agony, 2 teeth falling from the front of his maw. His whole body quakes with rage. Micah! What are you doing? Micah's chest rises and falls in rapid succession. It's apparent his fight or flight response or kicking in. It's apparent his responses or kicking in. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. As Brian turns to face him, his eyes wild, it looks like the ladder has taken hold. The bat fucking bolts, sprinting as fast as he can towards the exit of the trailer park and into the desert scrub beyond. Astonishingly, Brian is right behind him. He's way too fast for someone his size, and he screams like a banshee as he runs. There's a moment where Micah stumbles. I'm sure that the bear is going to catch him, but he just dodges out of the way and keeps going. They run and run until I can't see them anymore, and an eerie silence falls upon the trailer park. I head over to Leo, taking him by the shoulder. The fur around his jowls is matted with dry blood, and his tail hangs between his legs, completely still. Leo, are you okay? Fuck. It's all he can say as he clutches his head. I agree with that sentiment. So close. Not really, man. I'm about to say something else when I feel the wolf's large arms embrace me. Sorry. The sensitive moment catches me off guard after the brutality which was just on display. Instead of embracing him in return, I'm left feeling uneasy. Sorry? Why are you sorry? He doesn't immediately respond, seeming to ignore the question. You okay? Oh, just dizzy. My neck's swollen, and it still kind of hurts to talk and swallow. Ooh. He pulls back a little and looks to the horizon. Everything's red for me now. Huh? Leo doesn't respond, and I pull back to look at his face. He seems kind of distant, probably concussed. I glance back to where Jeremy and Clint were, and notice they're gone. No trace of them to be seen. I think for a moment that I see familiar white fur of Micah's head and shoulders in the distance, but he's well out of sight by now. God damn, Micah saved you. You know that? You saved me? I blink, furrowing my brow some. No, that was Micah, the short bat guy. I hope he's gonna be okay. He's fast and wily. He should be fine, especially once Brian's adrenaline wears off. Thanks, Chula. I love you. I'm struck by the gentleness of his statements, his tone genuine, if dazed. The flayed mess of nerves that I am right now, hearing that soothes me just a little. Sure, Leo. Love you too. Let's get you back to the motel. I look down at the tattered remains of Leo's shirt as we stand up together. This wasn't productive at all, was it? We'll limp our way back to my sedan, and after helping Leo into the back seat, we make our way back to the motel. Well, I think with that, that's a good time to call it. God damn. I did quickly look at the wiki or something like that, and it's like this guy's the main antagonist or something? Not Leo, Brian. Oh, let's see. Brian. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, in, like, Echo, he looks like a fucking mess. But in, you know, Arches, he kind of looks like a guy who's been through some stuff, definitely overweight, but just kind of looks like, he's like, I'm tired of this shit. Like, he doesn't look like a drug addict, he just kind of looks like somebody that's kind of, given up. Scarred, fat, tired. Let's see what it says. A ruthless drug dealer and serial killer, we know that. Who is somewhat low to Duke, but is mostly motivated, is one of the central antagonists of Echo and Arches. I really didn't think he would be in Arches, with him being, dead at one point. Or in one of the things. Well, as much as I would want to, look through all the images and stuff like that, I'm not going to, because that would make me probably spoil things for myself. Anyways, that's gonna be the end of this Let's Play. So comment, guys, I like comments, tell me what you like, dislike, tips, or otherwise. If you like my YouTube and like see it grow, then please like, subscribe, and check out other videos to help it grow. And please remember to spay your animals that control the pet population. And if you want to play this game, it's available free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that made this game and are making other games, you can go through Patreon, where it's $3 a month. And until next time, another Let's Play by me, GamerWolfSix, of Echo. Game about drug addict bears that are have superpowers. Does he have any superpowers? I don't know. Thanks, see ya.